ever looked at a practice question and thought to yourself, yeah, right, we would never do that in real life? Then you are getting the gist of the SHRM exam. Because a lot of the times, the correct answer is the one that seems most far-fetched to us. Like flying a team of employees to Japan or spending $20,000 because employees are complaining about something. Now, would we do that in real life? Probably not. But why would we do that on the SHRM exam? Because that answer creates impact. And SHRM is testing what creates the biggest impact, even if it's not the most realistic answer. This is where a lot of people get tripped up because real life HR teaches us to be operational. It teaches us how to get things done quickly and within a budget that we have with limited resources and usually limited people. But the SHRM exam is not looking for operational answers. SHRM wants impact, and impact doesn't care about input. The SHRM exam is not a reflection of your workplace, and you have to remember that. It's not testing what you would do at work. It is testing what an HR professional should do based on the SHRM BASC, something that is by the book within the role that they have given you with unlimited resources. So that means no cutting corners. It means no cost cutting. It means no, we don't do it like that at my company, because SHRM doesn't care what you do at your job. They don't care what your job taught you. They care about what their blueprint expects you to do. And their blueprint is to solve the problem long term. And it doesn't matter what that takes. So let's say you get a question about an employee who says their supervisor is treating them unfairly. In real life, your instinct might be to just go to that supervisor directly, try to figure out what's going on and just try to settle it before it becomes something bigger. But that is a quick, efficient way of thinking. SHRM wants impact. The answer that they're looking for might sound something like gather the employee's concerns and review the history, assess the situation objectively. That shows consistency. It protects against bias, and it lays groundwork for something that is a real fix. Now, is that going to take more effort to review the history and speak with the employee? It is, but it is going to solve the problem most impactfully. SHRM is thinking, how do we prevent this problem long term? Not just in this situation, but when similar situations come up, we'll have something in place. SHRM is asking, what's the answer that creates the best business outcome? It protects the company long term. It strengthens the HR function across the board. Not what feels fastest, not what is best to get this out of my inbox so I can get on to something else. So let's look at operational thinking versus impactful thinking. Operational thinking focuses on short term. Impactful thinking focuses on business outcomes. Operational thinking prioritizes efficiency. Impactful thinking prioritizes effectiveness. Operational thinking solves the immediate issue. Impactful thinking prevents long-term risk. Operational thinking skips steps to move things faster, but impactful thinking follows the process to drive impact. So on exam day, you need to remember to prioritize impact. This is the root cause being addressed, something meaningful. Okay, now I want to talk to you about 3 mistakes that test takers make that make impactful thinking more of a challenge. Number 1 is answering a question too fast. Now, I know this exam is timed, but you have to slow down and you have to be thoughtful, especially when it's a situation that you've already dealt with at work before, because it's so easy in that situation to pick the answer that you have, used at work, but that may not be the answer. Number 2 is operational thinking over business impact. You go with the answer that is faster because that's what you would actually be allowed to do at work. Number 3 is relying on your gut instead of a framework. Now, we've been in HR for a long time, most of us, and we're used to putting out fires. But on this exam, firefighting is not the biggest impact. SHRM wants to see that you can act like a business partner, not just react using your gut. Now, is there a time when you have to use your gut if, you absolutely have no idea of the answer and all your frameworks have failed? Now, that's possible, but you don't want to rely on that. So, before answering, pause. If your first thought is, this is what we would do at my job, then stop right there. That is likely the operational response. I'm sorry to tell you. Unless your organization is firing on all cylinders, they have unlimited resources, unlimited people, then that's probably not the right answer. So make sure you're choosing the answer that creates the biggest impact and that is going to impact the people the most. If the answer feels fast, then that's probably not it. If it feels broader or long-term, something that you would pitch to the CEO, then that's your impactful answer. Remember, operational answers treat the symptoms. Impactful answers cure the illness. This is the shift that changed everything for me. Realizing that my everyday life had no bearing on this exam is the single biggest thing that helped me out. Once I realized that, that's when I started to really recognize the wording and the patterns in the questions. That's when I actually did start to shift my way of thinking to figure out what SHRM was actually asking me and not just trying to follow protocol or to stay within the bounds that my job had taught me to stay within. SHRM is not testing whether or not you can stick to boundaries. They are testing whether or not you are an impactful HR professional, whatever that takes. And I know that we can all do that. I'm wishing everybody the best of luck on your big day. I know it's the time is coming pretty near, and I know the nerves are probably eating away with you, but we've been talking so many frameworks and so many strategies. I want you to believe that you are equipped and you can do this. Also, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. It helps me to continue to help you. And I enjoy helping you guys. I'll see you next week. Good luck. Bye.